What's up, guys? Tuki here, back again. This is my fantasy draft franchise mode series with the St. Louis Blues here on NHL 17, and today it is our round 3 matchup against the Edmonton Oilers. Thankfully, for once, we avoid having to play the Dallas Stars in the playoffs, but I don't know what to expect from this Edmonton team. Taking a look at our lineups, though, some slight changes. Of course, Denis Gurianov is back in the lineup. The top line is going to stay the same because they were amazing, but it's Keller, Strome, Dal Cole, Gurianov, Jost, and Laine. We really need Patrick Laine to step up, but like I say with other teams, we're still winning, despite the fact that Patrick Laine only has 1 point in this postseason. If he can get his game going, man, are the Oilers in trouble. Timo Meier, Poirier, and Costin will actually be the fourth line. Meier, he's doing all right. Poirier's doing great. And, of course, Klim Kostin really stepped up in the last episode. Defensively, everything is the same because of the lack of Mikhail Sergachev. And I didn't mean to back up there because I did change up the power play lines as well. For most of this season, we've just gone with best lines. And, of course, we did have the league's best offense. But yeah, the new power play lines: Eichel, McDavid, Keller with Doughty and Dylan Strome. And then the second unit is Laine, Dal Cole, Pacioretty with Liljegren and Shabbat. And we will see if that can improve. The penalty killing has also been changed, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what the new special teams units can do. But let's look at the Oilers. 42 wins in the regular season, but they have made it to the Western Conference Final. 91, 91, and 90 for the ratings, so we have them beat in every way. But let's go ahead and take a look at their lineup quickly to see what we are going up against. Top line, Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk, 7 goals, 8 assists. He is a plus 11. How many games have they played? 12 games, so 15 points in 12 games. He plays with Evgeny Malkin, who has 18 points in 12 games. And then Tyler Benson, surprisingly, on their first line, but he does have 6 points. But oh my god, it gets even worse. It gets even worse with Auston Matthews. But Matthew Tkachuk and Evgeny Malkin, clearly a dynamic duo they're going to give us trouble, that is for sure. Second line, Adam Lowry, he has 9 points. Auston Matthews doing very well. Surprisingly, he is not on that top line. And then Nail Yakupov, he's up to an 88 back with the Oilers. So how weird is that? Matthew Tkachuk, Auston Matthews, and Nail Yakupov all on these Oilers. Third line is Tyler Bertuzzi. He's with Victor Rask and Tyler Bozak. So good to see you, Tyler. I'm sure you won't rip us apart. No, not at all. And the fourth line, as you can tell, is a little bit weaker on paper. 77 overall, Otto Koivula. I could have done that better. Nick Mutry and Cliff Poo. Nice. So an interesting fourth line. One of the weaker fourth lines we've, I think, ever seen in one of my sims. But yeah, some of that offensive talent makes me worry. Defensively, no extremely high-end defenseman, but not too bad, at least on the first 2 pairings. They have Connor Murphy with Travis Hamonic, who is a plus 10. Jamie Oleksiak is with Chris Tanev. And then the third pairing, Andrew Nielsen, is with Nicholas Hansen, a name that doesn't often, I don't think I've ever seen him in a sim before, so always interesting to see someone new make an impact. Malcolm Subban is the goaltender, a .934 save percentage. Freddie Anderson only played in 1 game. He had 3 saves. And, ooh, there's that high-end defenseman. He is currently injured. Kevin Shattenkirk, currently out, so that explains Andrew Nielsen. So really, man, they didn't win that many games. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. I mean, yeah, on paper, that fourth line is a little bit weak. And obviously, them not having Kevin Shattenkirk is going to be huge for us. But this might not be as easy as I was hoping when I originally saw their regular season record. They are. They are right in the same spot. They are in the third round, so anything could happen. But let's get into it it's time for this series to begin. Game 1 on home ice. Let's go. First period, and that is a great start. Emile Poirier on the fourth line. I was tempted to have him on the third line, but I really wanted Laine to have that offensive firepower with Gurianov and Jost. So, not a bad start at all. And hopefully, we can add to that in the second period. Let's find out. And indeed, we can. First line and fourth line contributing. It is Jack Eichel with the goal on Malcolm Subban. And that sets us up for this third period. Can they break down Carey Price? Is the question. I certainly hope not. But, and man, Clayton Keller getting that third goal, things are looking pretty damn good for us. As good as their offensive capabilities are, they have to try and put the puck past Carey Price, and that is easier said than done. A 3-0, 27-save shutout for Price. Keller and Eichel up there with 2 points apiece, and the Blues take game 1 in somewhat easy fashion. I'm alright with that. That is a much better start than I initially anticipated. So not too bad with that 3-0 shutout scouting. What do we want to do here? We still need to scout out the queue, so we will continue to do that. I don't know why I still have faith in the scouting system. I really don't. It's hanging on by a thread. But anyway, game 2, we're not worried about scouting. Who needs to scout future prospects when you're in this position? You don't need to worry. You don't need to worry. Who needs prospects? The Blackhawks. Look at the Blackhawks in real life. They don't need prospects. Who cares? And that's the spot I hope that we find ourselves in. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. It is only game 2, and anything can happen. First period, though, hopefully we get off to a good start, and we don't. Evgeny Malkin, the opening goal. Emile Poirier tied it. And then with 4 seconds to go, it is Benson. So 2 goals from their top line. And that is the difference so far. 2-1 Oilers after 20. Second period. And again, not great. Dylan Strome tied it. He beat Frederik Andersen. Why is Andersen in? I do wonder. I didn't catch that in the first period. Strome tied it. Malkin gets them the lead back. 3-2 Oilers as we head in to this third period. And Emile Poirier ties it. Wonderful from him. Even on the fourth line, still contributing. Hamonic scores on the power play. Tkachuk scores on the same power play. They've been on the power play for most of the third period already. Holy shit, our discipline really let us down. Strome brings us back to within 1. We do have a chance, and Timo Meier has tied it at 5, and then Matthews, holy shit, this third period. Oh my god. Wow. That was insane. Holy shit, and if I wasn't still kind of lingering on being sick, I'm sure I'd be more animated about it. But, wow, what a game. And 7 goals led up from a shutout to allowing 6 goals and the empty netter. Wow. We need to take a look at the penalties. Like, what was up with that start to the third period for us? A major slashing penalty from Drew Doughty. Drew Doughty has let us down. I was not sure if that was a major, if it was, multiple penalties, but a 4-point night from Gino. And the Oilers have tied this series 7-5 in game 2. Who the hell saw that coming? I certainly didn't. We've lost for just the second time in this postseason, and now we have to head to Edmonton for games 3 and 4, and we will get right into it. Not going to change the lineup yet, although if we do lose this game, we might have to look at changing things up. That third line, a little bit quiet. Gurianov, Jost, and Laine, they need to get it together. I will not be afraid to drop Patrick Laine down to that fourth line. We are going to reward players based on their play at the time. But anyway, game 3. Who knows what will happen here? I certainly have no idea. We go from a shutout to a 12-goal game in game 2. Just ridiculous. Game 3, first period. And it's a goal apiece. Tkachuk scores. Goddamn, 46 seconds into it on Price, but then Jack Eichel ties it. Subban back between the pipes. Probably should have looked to see what happened. But regardless, Subban is back. And we are tied after one. Second period. And there we go. Emile Poirier. Like, you could argue, like, I could put him on the first line right now. Although, you know, you could argue, though, like, hey, he's on the fourth line and he's scoring. Yes, he is. Connor McDavid, though, speaking of the first line, makes it 3-1. Emile Poirier, what a pickup he has been. And now we go into the third period with a 3-1 lead. I'm afraid to say, can they beat Carey Price? Because they have shown that they can. They have shown that we're not able to score on the power play. But with under 5 minutes to go, I like our chances. And Carey Price shuts the door, beat 46 seconds into the game, and did not give up another goal. Wonderful job from him. 2-point night for Poirier and McDavid. And the Blues have a 3-1 series lead, or a 2-1 series lead. Jesus, I'm getting ahead of myself. 2-1 series lead after a 3-1 win in Game 3 is what I meant. EA, don't punish me for that. It was an honest mistake, I swear. Over in the East, wow, Buffalo, a 3-0 series lead against the Pens. And quickly, I do want to take a look. Second line's doing all right. Dal Cole, kind of quiet. Man, not too much. Nothing from Gurionov. He had 3 points after 6 games when he was injured. That fourth line, man, I'm doing it. That fourth line is getting bumped up. And we will keep Dal Cole. Actually, let's swap him and Keller around. And just, because we've normally been playing Dal Cole on the left, so we'll see if that can wake him up a little bit. But yeah, Emile Poirier, 11 points. He's a plus 13. We will see what his line can do with those extra minutes now that they are the third line. Game 4 coming up against the Oilers. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Again, after Game 2, I don't know what to expect. Truly, I do. I just do not. I don't. Trying like hell to fight off this sickness. It ain't happening. Anyway, first period of Game 4. Let's see what happens. And that is not ideal, is it? Not ideal in the slightest. Matthew Tkachuk and Tyler Bertuzzi with the goals. Again, case in point, you never know what's going to happen. But we still have a long way to go. Second period, can we get on the board? Yes, we can. Max Pacioretty with the lone goal of the period, and that sets up the final 20 minutes of regulation. 2-1 lead for the Oilers. Let's go. Can Malcolm Subban shut the door? Is the question. Power play for the Oilers is killed off. We are halfway home. Nick Mutri, another goal. And Austin Matthews, another goal. This one's over. The Oilers will take Game 4, barring an absolute miracle. Wow. 4-1 final in Game 4. And this series is now essentially a best of 3. 21 saves for Malcolm Subban. And that is surprising. We're now 10-3 in the postseason. And again, 3 games. It's a best of 3 at this point. We have home ice advantage at least, but that is tremendously disappointing. Pittsburgh stayed alive against the Sabres, but let's take a look at the lineup again really quick. I think I want to keep that third line the same. How was Dal Cole doing? He's still a -4. Still a -4. All right. How's Patches doing? 9 points. Right. Okay. What are we... Like, I have no choice but to basically keep that line together. You know what I'm going to do? Let's go... Let's put Keller at center. And again, we'll just try to give that second line a different look because the personnel pretty much has to remain the same. I mean, I'm not bumping line A up. I mean... And some people will argue, oh, well, of course he's not going to score. He was on the third and fourth line. He wasn't scoring when he was on the second line either. But, I mean, you could argue putting him on the top line, but Pacioretty right now is performing very well. So, it's tough, but if we lose this game and fall down 3-2 in the series, we will have to go into scramble mode. And that could be a situation where Line 8 gets a chance, but let's hope that's not the case. I'd like to win this game. Game 5. Who will take the lead in this series? Let's find out. First period. And that is a perfect start for us. Thankfully, Jack Eichel and Timo Meier get on the board, and we're up 2-0 after 20. Second period, can we maintain that lead? No, we cannot. Evgeny Malkin is a beast, and we're tied. We are tied after 20. And truly, at this point, it is anybody's game. Third period, let's go. The Oilers have been able to get to Carey Price better than I thought they would, and they do again. A power play goal for Hansen. And we are in trouble. Against the Edmonton Oilers, we are in trouble. 6 minutes to go. Koivula, the fourth liner, with a goal. And the St. Louis Blues are 1 game away from being eliminated. Where has our... Malcolm Subban is out-dueling Carey Price right now. This is... Oh boy, this isn't good. And that... Remember when I mentioned potentially going into panic mode? I would say now is the time. We are 1 game away. The Buffalo Sabres have cashed their ticket to the Stanley Cup Final, have punched their ticket, say what you want, and they might be going up against the Oilers. Shit. Alright, Keller and Strome are all minus players. Keller and Dowcole, I meant, not Strome. Strome's doing okay. Timo Meier, Clean Costin. Okay, I'm going to do something potentially crazy to most. Shit, what do we do here? Oh my god, what do we do here? Alright, you know, I'm going to put Meier, Poirier, and Costin back on the fourth line. Not that they don't deserve those minutes, but they were ripping up the Oilers when they were there. So, let's go with this. Let's go with this. It will be... I don't know. It's not like Jost deserved... Well, he's 5 points. He's not a minus player, at least. Okay. I think that's going to have to be it right there. You know what? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. Let's go with Emile Poirier, Strome, and Gurianov. Dowcole, Keller, Laine, Meier, Jost, and Klim Kostin. Emile Poirier has deserved those minutes. I'm afraid to break up the Meier, Poirier, Kostin line. But we have to do what we have to do. We have to take some risks at this point. Defensively, I think we're okay. I really wish we had Sergachev. But we have to go for it. We have to go for it. I feel like that right now is the best lineup, or at least the lineup that gives us the best chance to win here in Game 6. Can we force a Game 7 at home? Let's find out. The season is on the line. Game 6 in Edmonton. Let's do this. First period is scoreless. We had 2 shots. Oh my god. The Oilers just limited the NHL's best offense in the regular season to 2 shots. Alright. Alright. Second period. And we get a goal, and it's Patrick Laine. Welcome to the playoffs, Patrick. It's nice of you to show up. Holy shit. 11 shots in that second period, and Laine scores. And that sets up this third. We're getting right into it. Can we hold on? I doubt it. We're going to need an insurance goal or 7. Just in case Evgeny Malkin decides to score at will, like he wants to. We do kill off that Oilers power play. 5 minutes to go, a power play of our own that we can't score on. Can Price shut the door? He can. A 1-0 shutout victory Patrick Laine the goal, Carey Price with 36 saves, and Game 7 is coming up. And I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel about this. So glad Patrick Laine was able to get that goal. But I never would have thought, even when we were looking at their lineup at the start of the episode, and I said this might not be as easy as I would have thought, I didn't see a decisive Game 7 happening. Now, of course, Patrick Laine is bitching about his ice time, which I am not surprised, but I also don't care. I mean, we are going to drop Gurianov down, for sure. So let's go. Gurianov still hasn't done anything. So let's go. Meyer or Costin? Because both have done all right. I'm going to go with Costin. So we'll go Meyer, Jost, Gurianov, Dalcol, Keller, Costin, Poirier, Strome, and Laine. Can this team get it done? This is like the first bit of adversity we have faced all season long. And it comes down to this. Game 7 on home ice. Who will face the Buffalo Sabres in the Stanley Cup Final? Let's find out. First period. And it's Nail Yakupov, his first goal of this series. And the Oilers strike first. Second period. Scoreless. And the Blues are 20 minutes away and in need of a comeback, or we will be eliminated. Third period. Game 7, early power play for the Oilers, and Pacioretty scores. I don't think it was shorthanded, but we have life. We are alive here. Power play again. Can't convert. Another power play. Come on now. You have to. Oh my God. If we lose, we deserve to. 1 minute left, and we are going to overtime. I wish right now, before this was even over. Actually, can I go? I can go to penalties. So it was a Lowry slashing minor, Lowry tripping minor, Tkachuk slashing minor, and a holding the stick penalty on Tkachuk, which is something you will never see in the actual game, but it can pop up in the sim. Very disappointing to not take advantage of that. Very disappointing. And we are going to overtime. Pacioretty, the tying goal. Buffalo, your opponent will be... Oh, your opponent will be, hopefully us. Hopefully us, please. I'm begging you. Halfway through overtime, McDavid, Eichel, Laine, Dalcol, Keller, Strome, somebody, Doughty, double OT. Jesus, man. Double overtime. 41 shots to 40. Who is going to the Stanley Cup Final? Oh my God. Double OT. Game 7, and it's Clayton Keller. Clayton Keller with the winner. In double overtime. The Blues are moving on. 40 saves for Price, 40 saves for Subban, but Clayton Keller is the difference maker. And the oh shit. Okay. The good news is that we are moving on. The good news is he hasn't been our best offensive contributor. But we are still going to be without Michael Dalcol for the final. He is out unquestionably for the rest of the year. So Howden gets the call up and he will be in. But that is one hell of a loss. That is one hell of a loss. Let me go best lines here. And we'll probably change up the power play lines again. But as you get a look, Clayton Keller, 12 points so far in this postseason. McDavid, 4 goals, 11 assists, and 7 and 8 for Jack Eichel. Pacioretty, you get a look at his point totals. We'll just look through all of this so you guys can get an idea of who you think should be on what line. The line combinations, that would have been easier for me to say. Emile Poirier has been a beast. Gurianov has not done a damn thing since returning from injury. But those are the point totals defensively. It's going to stay the same. It pretty much has to. But yeah, man, that's bittersweet. That is bittersweet. We are moving on to the Stanley Cup Final to take on the Buffalo Sabres. But it is without Sergachev and without Michael Dal-Cole. The 12-6 Sabres in this postseason against the 12-4 St. Louis Blues. We have finally made it to a Stanley Cup Final. We have finally made it, but with two major injuries and a handful of underperforming players, can we still get it done? We will find out. I can't wait to find out, and I hope you guys feel the same way. But that will do it for this one. Of course, if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that like button to help support me and my channel, and subscribe if you haven't already to continue following this series and others. And I will see you guys in the next episode, Blues and Sabres in the Stanley Cup Final.